And we are honored that you're here, being the chair of the SDA Association, so that's nice. And the title is NetWall, the more than human ecosystem socio-technical intervention co-design. So that's interesting to see how that brings about. So I guess you could just share the screen and start presenting.
Hello, everybody. My name is María Davidová, and I co-authored this paper with Claudia Valverde, who is here, and Hanane Behnam, who should be hopefully here, I don't know, and Kateřina Zímová, who is not here. So I will share my screen. So first of all, I would like to mention that this is a student's work, and we are very thankful to our students. And it is part of our research in Cluster of Excellence, Integrative Computational Design and Construction in Architecture. Let's start discussing what we are doing. So we are working with modern human adaptations of urban environment. And we are discussing the transitions from cities for people defined by Angel towards the participation of both biotic and abiotic actors. One feedback looping ecosystem, the Real Life CoDesign Laboratory. Let me explain what is the Real Life CoDesign Laboratory. This is the rich design research space defined by Berger-Sebalson, where all the interaction and designs happen. However, in Real Life CoDesign Laboratory, this is happening across modern human actors within real life with the real life interventions. So just to start discussing how we are working, we first start with mini-mapping, where every participant map their personal universe about the project. And when they map this personal universe, they actually presented it to each other. And by that, they generate an empathy. They start to understand that everybody has a little bit different universe. Sometimes they are very surprised that everybody has a bit different universe. And they generate an empathy and understanding of what can be different perspectives. And then we put these multiple perspectives into one gigamap. And people search for synergetic proposal amongst each other within their own personal universes. And when they find the synergetic proposal, we full-scale prototype it and intervene into what we call the Real Life CoDesign Laboratory, and that is where the real co-design really happens, because it's interactive by all the agents that are there. That means that they can inhabit it, eat it, vandalize it, whatever. They can even steal it. And this is interacted and co-designed through the real life environment. And by that, we reflect on this and update the project, and this goes in feedback loops all the way around. So let's get to gigamapping. The gigamapping was developed by Berger-Sebalson. The first paper is from 2011. I recommend you to read it. And this is example of the minimap, of one of our students. How can this minimap of personal universe look like? So we collect these minimaps. I will talk more about it in the next session about mapping. This is just one example. We put these minimaps into one gigamap, and we reorganize it into topics cluster and search where is the synergy amongst the participants. And when we do that, we print it out and invite multiple stakeholders for co-design, and we invite them to intervene into this gigamap. These gigamaps are well organized, so the stakeholders very fast find their spot where they want to intervene with their expertise, and they expertise it. This becomes beautifully messy, and then it gets again reorganized online in a mirror, and this goes again in feedback loop, printed out, intervened and organized. Now I will get to the Real Life CoDesign Laboratory. Where is the intervention? This is the intervention. This is the modern human intervention. It is birds and bats habitats and insect habitats in the city, which are using performance of responsive wood. That is that the wood is warping in relation to relative humidity and temperature. So we are generating different climates, and the more diverse the climates are, the more diverse the biodiversity we are supporting. This is the final organized gigamap, which we used for the exhibition purposes. And this explains the complexity of the design process. I will talk more about this gigamap in the next session. For now, it's just the important part is that also the communication here is the process, and the thing that the gigamap was exhibited is also the design process of the interaction with the participants, with the stakeholders. And this is this is a synthesis map which was done for the exhibition purposes as well, which clearly explains, like with simple text, what is the project about. And here are the drawings, because it's architect students, they need to make drawings. So here are the drawings and the explanation about the project. What comes next is a DIY recipe. This DIY recipe is a big board which you can fold into a pocket, and it goes step by step how you can make this intervention yourself to reproduce it on your balcony and support the biodiversity yourself. These interventions work as touch points. So this is the intervention. Here we put the QR codes, and these QR codes leads to our urban games. This one is local based. The other one is independent on the place. And these urban games that are giving different tasks. This is a beautiful gigamap for its design. They are giving different tasks of what you should do, and then you finally get to the QR code with the DIY recipe. This is the QR code to the game if you want to play. And this is another game which we did last semester, which is based game, which is for multiple age groups with different quizzes and whatever possible, which is also like educational purpose, having educational purposes. And it is explaining our interventions and also showing videos with DIY recipes, how to reproduce these interventions. And you can make an account and share your picture how you reproduce our intervention. This is a beautiful gigamap which the students did for designing this game design. This is the QR code. You can please make an account and join our game. That would be lovely. And what we do as well are events to promote these games and interventions. So this is the opening. Ben Svitek, who you just seen presenting, has been visiting our opening, and this is a seed bombing event where we put seed bombs with nectarous plants to support the biodiversity in the urban environment with our intervention. So when we offer habitat, we also offer edible landscape. And this is just what Kateřina, who is not here, the ecologist who did ecological research, this is what has been there. And this is what the system ought to be. This is what Kateřina claims. With our interventions, we are supporting the environment that, for instance, barn owl could be living in the neighborhood. So let's start concluding. We support methodological pluralism in systems-oriented design. You see, we mix the multiple methods for supporting urban biodiversity. We are overarching with gigamapping and prototyping within the Real Life CoDesign Laboratory. The Real Life CoDesign interaction is done through DIY recipe, gamification, and multiple events. Thank you. And if you are interested in our work, you can follow our publications on ResearchGate. Thank you. I'm happy to take some questions if you have.
Thank you, Maria.
Yeah.
Thank you. Let me see, do you have some questions or reflections around this?
Hanane is here. Just